Hello, time for another update. This is my third full day since my surgery. And I gotta say that as I am kind of awakening from my anesthesia fog, I'm a little embarrassed about my appearance in these videos, but yet I don't really care to do anything about it because Lord knows I don't have the energy right now to do much more than take a shower. Not gonna be putting on makeup and fixing my hair, that's for sure. So, all right, like I said, this is my third full day home, so technically at 2 o'clock today was 4 days since my surgery. I would say some things are better and some things are worse, and when people ask me how I'm doing, I always say it's like a day by day, even hour by hour answer. So, for instance, in my update yesterday, I told all of you that I was going to try to steer clear of taking my oxy narcotic medication because, well, the doctor didn't give me very many of them. They make me extremely tired and loopy, and, you know, I definitely don't want to end up in a situation where I can't manage my pain without them when those are gone. So I didn't really take any. I think I took one around noon yesterday and then not again. And honestly, yesterday was not a terrible day. I potentially moved around even more than I had and maybe should have. I didn't do anything major, but, you know, I did walk from the couch to the table and sat at the table and had dinner with my family and made a couple of trips up and down the stairs and whatever. But long story short, middle of the night last night around 1 to 2 a.m., I was in excruciating pain again. And I had been continuing to take the ibuprofen and Tylenol. So obviously the oxy was making a difference because I woke up with that same like hot poker fire feeling that I had described before behind that catheter. Now, I always say behind the catheter, but I don't know. Maybe it's not my bladder at all. Maybe it's where my uterus was cut out. Maybe it's where something else was stitched. I have no idea. It's just that's where the pain is. It feels like it's in the bladder. It feels like it's behind that catheter, and it is intense. So then, as I said before, it's that same type of thing of, okay, I have this intense pain. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. I don't know when the last time I ate was. I'm going to take an oxy. Okay, now I'm going to get nauseous. So now I need to eat something and drink something. But I think you'll find when you go through this surgery that you almost have a love-hate relationship with fluids because your mouth is really dry. You feel like you need them, but you know the more that you drink, the more that you're going to have to go to the bathroom. And this catheter, as I've said, makes going to the bathroom extremely annoying. It takes forever to drain everything out of there. And it's just a messy process. You've got the little hat thing. You have to try to go in, then you have to stand up and hold the tube and drain the rest of it. It takes a very long time. I don't know about anybody else, but when I'm standing there waiting for that to drain for literally like minutes, I start getting kind of dizzy, lightheaded, a little bit nauseous. When people ask me what is the worst part of this, it's going to be this catheter. Not fun at all. I hate the way it feels. Like it's almost like a constant tugging sensation. I can't ever get the tube like tucked into my underwear in a way that feels good or like I don't notice it. I'm still putting out like a max of 100 mil when I pee, but still there's pretty much always more than 50 to 75 mil or cc, however your doctor chooses to track it, coming out after I've gone. So that means I'm not even close to getting this thing out. But it's only been 4 days. I was told it could be in there for 2 weeks, sometimes even longer. So I need to not rush the idea of getting that out. But I also am at this phase where, like I told my husband, I'm going, is this normal? Is this how it always feels? I don't know. What if something's wrong? Because as far as the suprapubic catheter, I feel like I have a burning sensation down there almost all the time. When I go to pee on my own, there is a burning at the insertion site, so like in my skin, which goes into my bladder, and my urethra burns the whole time I pee. It's kind of like, I describe it as if you've drank a whole lot of alcohol, like you've been at the bar drinking, pounding beers, whatever, and then you go to the bathroom, you're like, oh my gosh, I'm barely gonna make it to the bathroom. I have to pee so bad. And then you sit down and you start going and it's like total relief. Except you never feel the relief. It just kind of continues to burn and hurt like that the whole time you go. You do feel relief after you've fully drained the catheter and you've gone, but then it just starts filling up again and, you know, you're just back to square one again. I would say the longest I'm making it between going to the bathroom is an hour to 2 hours during the day for sure. If I'm drinking anything, I'm only going an hour to 2 hours. And then at night, maybe sometimes a little more than 2 hours, but that's kind of if I cut myself off of fluids before bed at night. Pain down there, I would say, is not terrible. I've heard that the packing is the worst part, and it is really uncomfortable. I don't know. Like I said before, if you've had a baby with an episiotomy, I had a 4th degree episiotomy, so I had like hole-to-hole stitches down there once before anyway. It's a lot like that. And I do have the same type of stitches. I said in a previous video I wasn't expecting them on the outside. They're all over the outside. Like the whole perineal area for me is stitched tight. So it hurts. It hurts to sit. You feel the pressure when you stand. When you switch positions, it's just not comfortable. I was told by my doctor not to put any ice down there. You know, like when you have a baby, they give you the little like pad ice packs or diaper ice packs. Well, I'm not sure why, but he said no ice down there. So he didn't say no heat. So I've been putting a heating pad down there, strange as that sounds. And then showers feel really good, you know, and I've always heard that heat promotes healing. So I'm hoping that sitting on a heat pad or kind of wedging it between my legs is going to help me in the long run. It feels good regardless. Another thing I've been doing that I think helps between times of going to the bathroom is I have been putting those witch hazel like Tux pads down there. Same thing that you do after a delivery. Kind of tuck them up in that area, and it is helping with some like cooling relief, helping with some inflammation and itching. I did take quite a few laxative pills yesterday to make myself go to the bathroom because it was almost 4 days since surgery. I hadn't gone. I was getting really worried about that. And I would say, just like after having a baby, it was not as terrible as I thought it would be. Not comfortable either, but not excruciating. But you know what laxatives will do to you, and your poop becomes real runny. So then today and last night I was dealing with the aftermath of that, just the irritation down there from frequent diarrhea. So if you can relieve yourself any other way than diarrhea, I would suggest that. But I kind of think it's pretty common with this surgery to, the first time you have a bowel movement, kind of almost have to force yourself to have it, clean things out, and then start over. So now that I'm taking less of the oxy, the anesthesia is exiting my system, and I'm trying to eat pretty well and drink a lot of fluids, I'm hoping I don't end up in that position again. But yeah. I think that's it for the update today, other than I will say it's totally true what people told me that you just feel tired. I would say I'm sleeping decently well, and I just constantly feel like I'm in a fog. And it's not just like a, man, I would like a nap. It's like a, I took a sleeping pill and I am type of fog. So it's got to just be the anesthesia or something, because I could at any moment lay down, close my eyes, and be out. And I've been taking several naps a day, but I am hoping that the foggy feeling goes away, because it's just, that feeling of like you're drugged up from a sleeping pill doesn't feel good. So I'm back to taking the oxy when I feel like I really need them, but still trying to not take too many. I just don't want to end up like last night, because that hot poker feeling is the worst. So, again, I hope this update helps. I will keep going as my recovery progresses, and then I eventually plan to make videos once I'm feeling and looking like myself that tell you exactly what to expect when you wake up, what to expect, for the surgery prep, and then just kind of overall expectations, including what to buy, because this is my little arsenal of drugs and medications over here that have been helpful, but that's not everything that I would suggest, so I will make a video specifically about that. Thanks, have a good day.